What's up, everyone? Welcome to my corner of the internet. I'm your host, Ryan Kramer, and this is Crossover Commerce, presented by PingPong Payments, the leading global payments provider helping sellers keep more of their hard-earned money. What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Crossover Commerce. I'm Ryan Kramer, and this is episode 109 of this beautiful show. This is my corner of the internet, where I bring you the best experts in the Amazon and e-commerce industry, sharing their insights on the most important aspects of selling online. First off today, we're going to ask the question, are you ready for Prime Day 2021? What? Is it already happening? I feel like we just had this a few months ago, and if you're asking that question, it is true. We just had that not too long ago, but in the traditional sense of e-commerce, Prime Day happens in the middle of the calendar year, June, July. We're going to find out when people are expecting that time and what you as an Amazon seller can prepare yourself specifically with your PPC campaigns for Amazon Prime Day this year. We'll also dive into finding the right strategy that will suit your cash flow, obviously, and then the inventory, which is a big concern for a lot of sellers right now for Prime Day as well. So what you can do right now to help prepare for your best Amazon Prime Day. And as always, Crossover Commerce is presented by PingPong Payments. PingPong transfers more than $150 million a day for e-commerce sellers just like you. Helping over 1 million customers now, we've processed over $90 billion in cross-border payments. That's 90 with a B. $90 billion in cross-border payments. To start saving money today and using a trusted payment provider for your Amazon business, go ahead and sign up today. It's in that link below in that description if you're watching us on Facebook or LinkedIn or on YouTube. If you check out the show notes or if you check on the right side of the screen, I'll be posting a bunch of different links to both our guest company as well as where you can find more information about PingPong. But if you want to sign up today, go ahead and click that link specifically. Search Crossover Commerce or use the code CC Podcast. That's where you'll be able to sign up and start saving money today. Who doesn't like saving money? But anyways, if you're listening today on social media, we appreciate you joining us online. If this is the first time you're watching us or if this is the 109th time, we appreciate you tuning in just for a little bit of your day. If you are watching, you can submit all your questions in the comment section and we'll be able to see those as they pop up. Let us know where you're listening from. Let us know where your questions are about our topic today, and we'll make sure we get those answered as well. If you're listening to this online, also you can listen to us on Amazon Music, Spotify, Apple, or Google Podcasts, anywhere where a podcast can be downloaded. Just go ahead and search for Crossover Commerce, and you'll be able to check us out, make sure to rate us, and follow us along when audio formats come out. That being said, about our guest today, if it was just about myself, it would be one heck of a show, but my friends in the internet space, in the e-commerce and Amazon space, make this show what it is today. So about our guest, Vitaly is an expert in Amazon advertising, obsessed with increasing profits for 7, 8, and 9-figure sellers selling on Amazon. He uses a 360 approach on Amazon advertising and helps brands to expand their presence in marketplace and stand out on amongst other competitors, turning their ad spend into ad investments. Vitaly is a host of Dr. Amazon podcast, the channel for Amazon FBA private label sellers, where he talks to top Amazon experts to deliver only clear, tried, true, and tested actionable information for Amazon sellers in their community. Profit Whales is the company that he works for, is a business accelerator that offers advertising services for Amazon and e-commerce brands. They cooperate with client and achieve set goals to take a full responsibility for promoting one's activities on Amazon for scaling and boosting their businesses. Super excited to have a fellow podcaster, but also an expert in Amazon PPC spend and strategy. We're going to be talking again about Amazon Prime Day. Welcome, Vitaly of Profit Whales. Vitaly, welcome to Crossover Commerce. How are you doing today, sir?
Hello, Ryan. Thank you so much. Everything is good, and you have an incredible intro to your show, and I really like that. And thank you for my intro. It's for me, it's whoa, I really like that.
Well, and I talk about this on the show too. When you have other people talk about you as a podcaster, yourself as a host, it's always interesting when you can put pen to paper or write out your own resume and what you've accomplished and how you want to present yourself. And it's always fascinating how people, the story they like to tell through just a couple sentences, and that's not the whole picture. So that's why we have you on, right? But that being said, yeah, I appreciate the kind words. It's been, when you do this as many times as I feel like I have, and I know you've done this as well, you try to find the little nuances that make the show special. So I appreciate that. But yeah, welcome to the show. You're all the way in on the other side of the world than myself. We were just talking about this before we hopped on. You're located in the Ukraine, correct?
Right. Right now I'm here where we have like the main office of the Profit Fails. But yeah, we are working on getting closer to you. I think like this whole world situation with the COVID will be solved soon, and everything will be easier than now. So yeah.
Awesome. Well, so it'd be Tuesday. Is it Tuesday already there in Ukraine?
No,
or is it still late at night?
Yeah, it's Monday. It's
Monday, okay.
And 7 p.m. Yeah.
Okay, so it is late at night, but it's the end of the day. Sometimes in Australia, when I meet with them, it's always the next day. So it's like me talking into the future. It's pretty cool and exciting. So I always ask them, what's the future hold for me? But that being said, so we're not that far in advance for you. So awesome. I guess my first question is, where maybe tell me a little bit about yourself that people may not know about you, or how did you get in the Amazon industry? Maybe like, let's get a little insight to you, Vitaly.
Yeah, you have mentioned some things about like me as what I'm doing right now, but it's so special in the case of the how did I get it like here? Yeah, working with the e-commerce, so it's so specific and niche as the Amazon, for example. I have started as the like digital marketing expert. I spent a lot of time traveling around like different courses in the Europe, in different universities, and I'm just start learning the economics and the marketing itself. And I like the understanding of how to work with people, how to communicate with them through some campaigns that we could do. But for me, that was one of the main questions. How could I measure it? Yeah, what is the impact of it? And after all these researches, after all these learning and courses, I find the digital marketing where you could measure everything that you do, each campaign, each dollar that you spend, like everything that you like control or invest. And as for me, that became one of the main things that I would like to do. So I started as the digital marketing specialist, working with the Google Ads, with Google Analytics, with all these like kind of things that we could organize and do for the business. And here I found another specific like thing that I really like to help businesses. Yeah, because when you do and launch all marketing campaigns correctly, all analytics correctly, you see how the business could work like in other side. I mean, they could understand how to invest, they could understand how to control all the spending, how to work with the clients, was the workflow for them, like everything, all the processes start working, and you see how some of the businesses could just get another breeze, how did they could just start running. And that was really exciting for me. And after that, I'm start searching for other opportunities where you could see how like in one moment all the ads, all each your dollar that you spent could work like right now, like today. And e-commerce, that was one of it. And I found like my friends right now and the main partners that we do the Profit Whales, as the Ihor and the Alex, that's like a founders of the Profit Whales. They just start sharing with me their story, because they are the ex-Amazon sellers. They have an experience like selling the businesses, selling the products on the Amazon. And that was so exciting. Like when you understand, if you could spend like hundreds of dollars and you could see how much sales you will get. So it's the ROAS on the Amazon is so clear. And they start sharing with me the main story of the Profit Whales, how they start as the Amazon sellers, how they track all their activities, then add all this understanding, like unique understanding of the advertising to the Amazon, and now working on creating the software for the Amazon sellers. And for me, that was like, whoa, what are you doing, guys? I would like to be part of it. Yeah, let's start and do it together. And Yeah, there is a story, and there is somehow that we like get into this points of accelerator for the most for the big Amazon brands, with the main understanding how to get into these like right points and achieve your goals that you have inside the Amazon or all other platforms with the help of the PPC.
Absolutely. And a lot of things that stand out to me is using data to make sure that's actionable. And you can see when you put in money, you can actually see what's attributing to that spend, if you will, which is what digital e-commerce is all about, or digital marketing, I should say, is all about. So you joined them, you kind of worked with them in that regards. Who's Profit Wells as a company? Are they focused more on like beginner sellers, more advanced? What's kind of like the thought behind that?
Yeah, so we start. You mentioned the right thing in case of the data and the analytics, because we somehow like we are the nerds, yeah, in this Amazon sphere. We start creating a software first for the market, yeah, for the Amazon sellers, and then we have closed it for ourselves and for our clients. So right now we are working on creating the softwares that we are using, like all our specialists using, our clients could use, or something like that. So there is like the nerd approach how to work, yeah, with the data, and we absolutely understand that you have a tons of the reports inside the Amazon and how to read them correctly, how to get like all these insights that could really help you to achieve some your goals, yeah. And we start as the agency for the small sellers. We test our idea, we test like our unique approach with creating this PPC structure. Then we grew and want to share this experience like to more sellers that we right now have. A few years ago we started creating a software. We stopped this process in a case of the support and knowledge. So we understood that first we need to create somehow like the university and the main educational thing that will help to understand the advertising correctly, like how to work with it, how should you use it, how the algorithms is working on Amazon and in our software, why we have like this structure and how to create this structure. Like a lot of these things we start helping Amazon sellers to achieve, but we don't have enough like support for them as like the like support inside our team. We got a understanding that our approach now really helpful for the big Amazon brands that right now have a some plans for the advertising spend, for example, some plans in the case of the investments, or one businesses that want to be purchased. Yeah, they have a clear goals and enough budgets to create and launch all needed marketing campaigns and PPC campaigns. And yeah, we start focusing for them. So it's like the advanced sellers that right now think that they like do some like not so quick steps on achieving their goals, and we help them to do it like better, clearly, and with less investments that they had previously.
Well, that's
Or
fantastic. Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
yeah, or with more investments. Yeah, so for some of the sellers there is a problem that they couldn't invest more. If they invest more, they just lose their money, something like that.
Absolutely. And with us as a company with PingPong, we're all about saving money, but making sure it's investment and you're not leaving it or wasting it, I should say. And a lot of things ring clear when I hear you talk about PPC companies. It's very evident that a lot of agencies and Amazon advertising is becoming more and more prevalent. We've talked about it on this show before, and we've talked about it in the space. If you're listening for the first time, Amazon's product page has now, or a product listing, used to be all organic, maybe one or two paid placements. Now that's not true. It's all completely shifted, and there's only one space on a product page that is organic, and that is the frequently bought by section. So now Amazon advertising has become the center focal point for almost the past 2 years or so. So that being said, what's kind of the most exciting thing about how everything was organic and trying to rank organically? Now it's turned into how to smartly use advertising budgets to stand out to people who might be searching for your product.
Yeah, the um That is a great question in the case of the main understanding how the all algorithms on Amazon working. Yeah, so right now, you couldn't control all your ads just with the beat, for example. A lot of people like start thinking that, okay, I will increase the beat and I will be on the first page. No, we will not. Right now, we speak in the case of the conversion rates, the relevancy, and you should you should focus on that first. Yeah, you should absolutely understand how everything is working in this way first, how like your organic sales came to you, what is your conversion rate in the case of the organic results, and then you will start thinking about the PPC, because like the PPC is the final step that you could achieve. It's the final step to test your listing with all these clicks or impressions that you will have. So yeah, and here's the main point. A lot of people think that the PPC is somehow like the approach to get more sales. Yeah, but it's not true. The PPC is just a chance for you to get more traffic, and that's all. If your listing will convert, you will convert and you will get additional sales. But with the PPC traffic, you will have a chance to engage more relevant traffic with the help of the keywords or the essence of your competitors. But don't forget to use the negatives, yeah, because for you it's like the main filter to do. So according to that, all the algorithms like has changed, yeah, and now you should focusing and play by the Amazon rules. And if you will not do that, unfortunately for you, that will be so difficult to achieve the right result that you want to do.
Absolutely. So we you came on, and maybe that's a good segue into what we're going to be talking about today is Prime Day, because Prime Day naturally has, before a pandemic, it was always deemed one of the more popular days of shopping online, up there with Black Friday, Cyber Monday, so on and so forth. It was a day that was created solely for Amazon shoppers in itself and Amazon sellers. And over the course of the past, I believe, I want to say it's been around 5 years. This is just a guess, but I believe it's been around 5 years since it's changed. Last year was different because of the pandemic. It was pushed a couple of months due to inventory issues. That being said, now it's back to what is essentially the time of year when it's going to happen. Do we have a definitive date when it's happening this year? Have you heard it? The official dates?
In a case of what? In the case of the inventory changes?
No, Prime Day, for Prime Day. So when is it happening this year?
As typically, yeah. According to the data that we had previously, the Prime Day we're expecting to get on the around the mid of June. Yeah, that will be or third week of June, something like that. And yeah, we're hoping that will be in this time. So now it's the amazing period to prepare, like to get prepared, because you have like 3 weeks to get the Prime Day or something like that.
Right. So it's in middle of June. And I remember Amazon just had a presentation, I believe last week, I should say, of what to expect with Prime Day, how to best prepare for it. Prime Day is this influx of deals, other sorts of products that are being featured throughout the day. Can you walk us through like the basics of a Prime Day? If this was a typical year, on a typical year, I should say, what does this mean for Amazon sellers?
Yeah, for the Amazon sellers, it's like the great story to be in and to start with. Yeah, because a lot of you will see how the impressions and how the traffic will increase in a few times. It's around like 10 or 20 times per one day. So that is a chance for you to get on your listing a traffic of all your 1 month. Yeah, that will be the same data in the case of that. Previously, for example, in 2020, we got a great results with the Amazon, and a lot of Amazon sellers that just saved around like 1.4 billion on these discounts. So it's huge. Yeah, you could you could influence and you could just understand how much people tried to get into it, yeah, and to start shopping more and more and more. So The relevancy is like one of the main points that a lot of Amazon sellers right now working on. And the other thing, a lot of people waiting for it, yeah, because they just, I don't know, they will find more safes to click on all their wish lists. So on the Prime Day, a lot of people start working in the case of providing the main products for the people, what they really want, yeah. And for example, yeah, in 2020, the most sold product was like the diapers. It's a cool thing, but still, yeah, it's one of the most traffic category and niche that they start searching for. So the Prime Day is the opportunity for you to show the best and to provide your seller, your audience with the right discounts and to increase your traffic and to get, of course, the ranking for the most of your keywords that you're right now working on.
Right. For a buyer, simplistically, it's saving on your products that you might have put on your wish list or products that you might be in the market for, just waiting for a great deal or opportunity. For a seller, it's an unnatural day that we've created, almost like the greeting card industry, right? I'm not sure in Ukraine, just like Hallmark, how they make up all the, I say makeup. There's a lot of marketable days when you can create for giving a gift or buying something in order to give it to somebody else. Receptionist day or assistance day, or just days where we create this ability to celebrate something, which is a good thing. But in this fact, it is something that was manufactured by Amazon to buy more products on their marketplace, which isn't a bad thing for everyone who's listening to this. But that being said, who does this in your mind typically? Who wins in this day? Is it more the seller or more the consumer in this aspect for Amazon Prime Day?
I think that, of course, like the Amazon provides you with the organized discounts. I mean that it's somehow you could use the coupons, you could use the lightning deals, for example, or 7-day deals, and you will get somehow like the same discounts, yeah. But there is a huge advertising around the Amazon marketplace, around this platform, yeah, and a lot of people searching for that. So the Amazon, of course, wins from all these advertising and campaigns, but still there is a great chance for a lot of Amazon sellers to get prepared and to increase their like ranking and volume of the sales for their listing. And if they will get a chance to keep that, they will reach the Father's Day, then they will go to all other holidays, and if they will keep all the things, that will be a point for them to keep the results or to understand what kind of boosting they will have then in Q4. So for the Amazon, there is absolutely a chance to get more, yeah, in the case of the profit or sales or something like that. But for the main Amazon sellers, there is a chance to test how they could work with the huge amount of traffic, how they could work with it, and do they have left enough the inventory, how to plan all the things, yeah, because 5 months ago we have finished our Q4, yeah. So for them that was some post to get prepared for that, and now there is a running season will be soon.
Right. A lot of people who have inventory right now is just from when they placed their order back in November before even Chinese New Year, and that's the inventory they're working with. So a couple things I want to ask you for right now as a seller, and this is my first prime. If this is my first Prime Day, and I just started selling online, what are the things that I should focus on promoting? Is it my bestseller? Is it a product that I just launched? What are the basics that I should know going into a holiday like Prime Day?
Mhm. Of course, start when we speak about the Prime Day, and I will mention it again. We speak about the traffic, so be sure that you will promote the product that could work with traffic. That is absolutely okay in the case of the conversion rates. So if you have a bestsellers, that is great. You could absolutely work with them. If you have some products with the like not so good rating, yeah, with a 3 star, something like that, the Amazon will not take these products into the Prime Day, yeah. But you will have a chance to use like the lightning deals or some other discounts for this period, and that absolutely could work. But be sure that right now is the point that you would like to do. Yeah, because with the bad listings, you will have a low sales, and you will just destroy your conversion rate. Maybe you should be start focusing on improving your listings, improving your conversion rate, and then try to work with all these discounts points. Yeah. So when we speak about the product that's absolutely ready for the Prime Day, be sure that your daily budget will be okay. I mean, your typically daily budget will not work. You will go out of budget in a few hours, and that could be so easy to do. So yeah, to get
I was
prepared. Mhm.
Yeah, I was gonna say if I'm running PPC campaigns, I've heard what Amazon says, and maybe correct me if I'm wrong. They mentioned last week when I was listening to this webinar, and they were saying be prepared to make your spend for this day. And again, for those of you who have not been through Prime Day, it's typically 2 days. They say Prime Day, but it's really 48 hours.
Yeah.
And maybe you want to keep it longer and running this campaign actually longer before and after.
Mhm.
They say 4 times your budget than what it is
Mhm.
typical. Is that on the mark?
That could be minimum for you. The 4 time, it's the minimum for your daily budget. According to
Wow.
our experience, what do we have inside our clients? We increase the daily budgets for all of our clients from 4 up to 30 times during the one day, only for one day. So you could get, as I have mentioned, the traffic in this period of like 48 hours, and maybe they will add more hours. Yeah, like because we every year we just add more and more hours for the Prime Day. Yeah, maybe that will be for you a all traffic that you will get during the months in this period of time, in these 48 hours. So get prepared. And the coolest thing here that you couldn't react during the Prime Day and to do some changes inside your PPC, because you will influence it in the bad way. I mean, if you will see that your daily budget go out of budget, okay, you could increase it. But if you think that your bids is too high and you right now want to optimize it, please don't do it. Yeah, because you could destroy everything that you had and do all your analytics and all your changes after the Prime Day, after a few like 3 or 5 days. That will be the most clear data, because the Amazon will start working and preparing this data, and absolutely that will take time for you.
Right. And we're talking about this event in mid-June, and you're talking about right now should already be prepped and ready to go. Shouldn't be optimizing everything. We actually had a question come in from Francois, one of our our person that we both know very much. He says, is there any advertising to set up for Prime Day lightning deals, and what are the cutoff days? And correct me if I'm wrong, did those already pass when you could submit those to Amazon for lightning deals?
Yes, I think that now you couldn't do that for the lightning deals. Now you could still continue launching to the to be added into the Prime days, and yeah. But if we speak in the case of the campaigns, yeah, you should absolutely double check them again, like right now, because a lot of people, they speak about the main keywords and their position in the search where they could find their products. Please double check that. Double check your positions based for the main keywords that right now working for you for your PPC. Yeah. If you don't have these campaigns, launch them. Like launch these, for example, the exact keywords, the top 50, for example, or top 20 main keywords that working for your product, and start searching where you can find them. Now is the great point to compete with your competitors, yeah, and to get better positions. If you will get a chance to get it now and to keep it till the Prime Day, you will convert like, well, your ACOS will be fine, everything will be fine. But if you will see that right now it's not a good time to compete with the competitors because the beat is too high or something like that, and you think that you could skip it, I mean, okay, that will be fine, and I will stay on this level, that will be a too high ACOS for you. That could be so, yeah. So according to that, right now, start testing your main positions that you have inside the advertising. Double check all your main competitors, double check all the keywords that you use, all your sponsored display and sponsor brands campaigns. Like, once again, where is your ads showing according to these main keywords, and try to improve it. improve it with the like 10 or 20% increase of these beats.
So what I'm hearing is create a separate campaign specifically for Prime Day, correct? Or should I change all of my campaigns, continue to have them run, but make sure I just double check them and just bump all of their spends up? Is that what you're suggesting?
Yeah, so something like that. So we would absolutely recommend you to start, for example, to launch the auto campaigns. Yeah, because if we speak in the case of the auto campaigns, the one specific we have like the two main thing that will absolutely work for you in the case of the advertising on the Amazon. So first thing is the main keywords and essence that you are working with. After that, when we will go like deeper into the campaigns and what you should have, the auto campaign should include the subtitles and the complements. They will work too aggressive. The Amazon will try to provide you with a more and more traffic. So budget for the auto campaign should be increased and increased like after around like 5 or 10 times more. But double check your ACOS, double check your right now today's results. Yeah, if everything is fine, okay. If not, try to optimize it. Now you have a few weeks to do that, to do and to optimize and to see how you will work with all this traffic around. Then if you will just double check the main campaigns, what you should have, there is a top performing keywords for you. That should be a main essence of your competitors, like the nearest one. And you also, when the Prime Day will start, you will have a chance to double check what competitors includes the deals, the Prime Day deals or the Lightning Day deals, and to grab all other that don't have any deals and to be targeted on them. So you will have a chance to grab traffic from their listings and convert more. That is a great strategy for you to have too easy, to compete with all other competitors that's want to ignore this Prime Day.
I was going to mention, so can you see ahead of time, like how far in advance can you see a competitor's Lightning Day deals? Like they will have one. Is there a typical time range when you'll see those live?
Unfortunately, no. You don't have like this specifically timeline, but you will have a chance to do it in a few hours when the Prime Day will start. You will see how everything was working with the Prime Day exclusive discount.
So that'll be something that the closer you get to the event, keep an eye on when you're doing your competitor research. If they have something that's coming up, have a campaign ready to maybe target that specific product listing. Is that something you're talking about?
Yeah, right. That will be a great chance for you to grab the traffic from their listings and to convert more sales. Right.
Is there so that's obviously a good competitive analysis in that regards. It sounds like though, if you might have all these different PPC campaigns, that you might be spread yourself too thin. If I'm a brand that's just launched and I don't have all these running campaigns, or I can only specifically focus on one or two, what are the best ones that I should really target on? Just my main keywords that I want to rank for, or do you want long-tailed keywords, or which ones, if I had to pick and choose, what are the pecking orders for the most important to the least important that I would have to focus on?
Ryan, for the Prime Day, I would recommend you for example, now to start some of the campaigns to test them and to see what exactly would work for you best or not. Because if you will do that on the Prime Day, you will have a huge spending, you'll have a high ACOS, and you will say, I don't want to listen to Vitaly once again because I just spent all of the budget. You should understand that the Amazon PPC, and the all PPC campaigns that you could launch everywhere, it's the number of tests that you perform. Right. So if it's the new listing, if the listing was the some data or some data according to the last PPC campaigns, you should analyze it. Yeah, because we spend a lot of time on preparing and doing the niche analysis for the most of the competitors or the clients that we have. For you, it is important to be sure that this exactly beat will work in exactly placement that you want. But if that will be work on other way, that will be a big spending and a big trouble after the Prime Day. Yeah, you will see a huge spend. You will see this unlimited budget that you have right now set up on your campaigns, and you will have a lot of questions like, what should I do now? Yeah, I had just a lot of sales. I just burned my money on the PPC, and I have destroyed my listing in the case of the conversion rate. So yeah, the all these activities as the PPC or the discounts or the Prime Day, all the things it's about the traffic. Yeah, be sure that you are ready. If you want to test it right now, you could launch the auto campaigns. You could launch a few top essence of your competitors, a few keywords that is top relevant to you, and to double check them. And of course, don't forget the long tail keywords. Yeah, with the low amount of impressions, but with the high conversion for your listings. You will have it. Check it during the next few weeks.
You should definitely know which ones are performing the best and make sure that they're optimized. Yeah, I wholeheartedly agree with that. How is this year different than years past besides it going back to normal? The date is mid-June typically. Are you concerned that there's a majority of sellers just have not enough inventory to effectively take advantage of Prime Day? Does that make sense? Okay.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. That is one of the main problems, that we have seen from the Amazon side on the Amazon right now. That was a really difficult year, and we got on April this update in the case of the inventory changes, and for the new Amazon sellers, that will be a problem, yeah, because I don't think that all of people right now working and understanding the inventory management that's for example, the Chelsea every time speaking about on Facebook. I really like this idea, and here is the same thing. If you're not ready in the case of the inventory, the Prime Day for you couldn't be the good way to get started. I mean, you will go out of stock, and you will just waiting for your stock in a few weeks. You will just lose some positions. Maybe that is not a good point to start with. Yeah, but if we speak in a case of the other sellers, we are waiting for the big bump inside different niches. According to the previous year, we got some crucial changes. I mean, in the case of the main approach that people use and how they use. Now we had some expanding inside the other campaigns that we are working with. We got more audiences inside the sponsor display. Previously, only the DSP members got a chance to work with these audiences. Now all of the Amazon sellers got a chance to work with it. The sponsor brands video got the targeting. It's also the opportunity for the Prime Day testers, yeah, that's wants to understand if they got all needed placement and targets on this level. So people who just get prepared with the products and with the sales results, they are waiting for it. They are waiting to set up a new records in the number of the sales.
What would be the number one PPC type, or I would say what kind of advertising is the best performing one that you've seen time and time again over Prime Day? DSP is newer to the scene, and I would expect it to be something that could actually benefit you long term. That would be my personal opinion. But is there one that really shines typically throughout Prime Day or big events like this?
Yeah, every time there is a sponsored product, like every time it is, and mostly we got a chance to see how the auto campaigns performing. Like if we will double check all the accounts, but still, what we get from our main clients, we see how these keywords working for you in the case of like your main keywords. Yet they start performing more and more and more because the people got a lot of like easier search. Yeah, they type just a set cushion, or they type a just dog color or something like that. So for them that is easier to do, and we are waiting that that is like the main prediction in a case of that. Sponsored products will be the main campaigns that will engage more and more traffic. and more sales for you, but don't forget to use all other things. Yeah, because sometimes we got a chance to see how the sponsor brands video could be, it could get into the first places, into the number of sales in different niches, just because some of the competitors increase the bids in Prime Day. They just control these situations and control where they get grabbed. Because like right now, the sponsor brands video could control just by the bids.
Right. How does I just thought about this because obviously Prime Day doesn't just apply to just the United States market. Is Prime Day happening, for clarification, is Prime Day happening on all Amazon marketplaces besides Canada and India right now? Is that your knowledge? It's all happening on the same day?
Yes, right now, if I'm sure, yeah, that will be on the same day around different marketplaces, and that is like one of the first times when we see like all this number of the campaigns around the Amazon. Yeah.
So it's applying to all international marketplaces. And not why it's not happening in India and Canada, I just want to point out, is because it got pushed, I believe, due to factory shutdowns and also just high COVID cases, where it just doesn't make enough sense to have a big day like this. So they moved it out a couple of months. With that being said, what is your take on international marketplaces and how one campaign might do well in one country versus another country, on Prime Day specifically? Is it just the nature of the audience, or is it the nature of the product? Is there some insight that you can maybe share with our audience in that?
Yeah, according to the different marketplaces, we have some specific things around all these marketplaces. For example, we could see that the number of audience and number of sales on the US is like the main marketplace, yeah, where you
Sure.
could generate most of the sales. And then we got a lot of the competition around. I mean that every time we see how the Germany competes, the UK, the France, and all other marketplaces. Right now, we got a Japan and the United Emirates. So like a lot of things right now start working and working more and more. We see these new marketplaces that's happening, and for me, that will be a great chance to. I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting to get all these analytics from our clients, how all these marketplaces like finish their Prime days, just to see specifically the big behavior of the people in different niches, because right now we couldn't predict how the new marketplaces will behave, because for us that is somehow like the new audience that we are working with. So I guess that 2021 will be a great year to see how everything is performing, and in what way that will perform well.
Absolutely. And last year was a little more difficult because the data showed that it wasn't as impactful as a spike as in years past. And that was due to the nature of e-commerce just naturally swole across the industry. The balloon itself was across the board. You still saw a spike, but then it wasn't as grand or as a bigger separation of a typical shopping day versus a holiday or Prime Day like that. So is that to be maybe expected as well, or do you think that there will be that natural separation as well, or do you think it'll be maybe close the gap a little bit?
That will close a gap a little bit, I think, because don't forget about the other like thing that a lot of people speaking right now. They speak a lot about the diversity in the case of the main Amazon campaigns that they are launching. I mean that right now I'm speaking not about the main marketplaces that they will use, but I'm speaking about the all other ads that they would like to use. Now, a lot of people and Amazon sellers, they during this year, they have launched a new website, the social medias, they have launched the Google ads and Facebook ads campaigns. And right now they use not only the Amazon traffic, but non-Amazon traffic too. And that is so cool because previously we don't get so huge like approach and the focus on that. The Amazon sellers, they just start thinking about that, and how they just maybe do some tests around that. But now we just provided a lot of the recommendations to our clients to add the Prime Day discounts or the keywords to their websites, to their social media campaigns or ads, because that will take attention. A lot of people start learning from that from the previous year. And yeah, that's why I think this gap will close, and you will see the another data, another statistics, how the non-Amazon traffic start converting more and more on Amazon.
Absolutely. There's a lot of psychology around this too. I think that a lot of sellers online can also look at one in terms, if there's a big event like this, and naturally spread amongst competition, right? Amazon had competition amongst Walmart, Target, other marketplaces because of they wanted to compete. People are naturally inclined to be shopping online, so they were going to put their best foot forward as well. E-commerce sellers, or e-business sellers, I should say, on other platforms, is there something in conjunction or parallel that they should be potentially doing, whether it's on social media or you said their own website? Should they be doing something similar in that nature just to kind of parallel it so they can capture that sale maybe on another marketplace or platform?
Right. Everything that you could do inside the marketing, it's the number of tests that you could perform. Yeah. If you test it, you will analyze and understand how it's working for you or not. So I would absolutely recommend you, yeah, to do everything that you can in the case of the diversity and number of tests. That could be inside the advertising or without the ads. That could be on your website or on your Amazon listing, but that will give you the understanding how your audience behave according to your product. Yeah. And then we will speak more about the psychology here. I mean, specifically to your product. So everything that you need to do is first to attract the attention and then to close the deal. Close the deal in the case of the sale. Yeah. So test it, and if you will find something that's converting well, that will be like a main feature of your product, why not? You could do that, and you could do that around the all platforms that you use.
What is, since we're coming up on the top of the hour, Vitaly, what are you most excited about after Prime Day? Is it to apply your campaigns and what you learn in terms of conversions to both Q3 and Q4 campaigns, or what is the takeaways that you're excited to be coming away with after Prime Day? And that's mid-June, so that's right in the smack of the year. What are the things that you're going to be focusing on for the next half of the year after Prime Day is done?
Yeah, as I have mentioned, we are really waiting for the Prime Day results, because we done a big work and big job inside the campaigns for our clients to get prepared all type of the advertising for this test, the audience test, the traffic test. Yeah. And that will be a first thing that we will have a chance to understand how all the features and updates from Amazon and non-Amazon working for us, to get and to grab all this data and to start creating a strategy for the Q4 and all other main days that we are waiting during this year. And yeah, so first of all, I'm waiting to get all this data and to see how everything that we have prepared will work, and what results we will achieve, and of course to get prepared and to set up a new records by the end of this year.
Awesome. And as we're wrapping up, where can people learn more about what you're doing or what Profit Wells is doing, or if they have more questions about maybe some of the projects that your guys are working on, how can they get in touch with you?
So first of all, of course, please use my social media as the Vitaly Khizhniak. I guess we will somewhere you're watching, you will have a chance to find
right below there in the comment section. Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, perfect. And of course, our website as theprofitwhales.com. You could see all the updates on our blog, and yeah, provide us with any questions that you have. If you want maybe to improve or to double check or to audit your campaigns right now for the Prime Day, we could help you with that. And yeah.
Absolutely. And that's profitwhales.com for everyone who's listening to this. It's in the show notes under resources area. Go ahead and check that out. And then also there should be a couple links for Vitaly and following Profit Whales on Facebook and on LinkedIn as well. Vitaly, one more question. What are you going to be purchasing on Prime Day? That's the question.
That is a really good question, you know.
Do you have something on the wish list that you're just waiting to pull the trigger on?
Yeah, every time. Because right now we are working on preparing like our office. We are building a new studio. We are like building all around, and I hope that we will grab some discounts. On our local markets. I hope that we will have somehow the similar in the case of the Prime Day, because a lot of the marketplaces in Ukraine, they want to copy some of the Amazon discounts. And yeah, I wish that we will have a chance to do that, but we also will start shopping on the Amazon, because we have some active accounts here, and we have some products to test.
Absolutely. Well, that's exciting news too. I'm building on my wish list already, and I love it when it notifies me that there's significant deals or lightning deals happening
Yeah.
for that product right now. So start planning your wish list, everyone, and also make sure you look at your campaigns, testing and making sure that the data is all secured, making sure your budgets are secured, and making sure that you are going to be optimized with inventory, like I said, budget, and also after the fact. Don't just let that go to waste. Make sure you apply those learnings to future campaigns as well. Vitaly, thank you so much for hopping on Crossover Commerce today. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Ryan. Yeah, thank you, Ryan. That was amazing.
Yeah, thank you so much. Hold on right there 1 second. There you go. Thank you so much, Vitaly from Profit Whales. Again, check them out. In the comment section, I put profitwhales.com. Make sure you check them out and follow Vitaly. All of his social links can be found in the comment section below or in the show notes if you're listening to this on our podcast. Again, my name is Ryan Kramer. I am the host of Crossover Commerce. Thanks for tuning in live on LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook. We go live about 3 to 5 times per week on social media. So if you want to go ahead and follow us on social media or follow myself, you can search Ryan Kramer. That's Cramer. And that way you can be notified when future episodes of Crossover Commerce come out. Later this week, actually, we have the following guests coming up. We had Vitaly today of Profit Whales. We're going to have Keith O'Brien. We're going to be talking about on episode 110, Inside the Mind of a Full Service Agency. And then on episode 111, we're going to have Elite Seller. We're going to have Joshua Porter, who's coming back from Miami. I saw he was there this past weekend, making the most efficient product launch possible. All of those are coming this week. So make sure you subscribe to our social media channels to be notified when that happens. Again, YouTube is the best place to do that. All episodes go live on our playlist, Crossover Commerce. Go ahead and look for that today and hit that notification bell to be notified when we go live again. So once again, for Vitaly of Profit Whales, I'm Ryan Kramer with PingPong Payments. Go ahead and subscribe to our social media channels, and we will catch you guys next time on Crossover Commerce. Take care, everyone.